Okay, so your client comes in and I'm going to skip hand soap.
Yeah, that's cool.
Alright, so straight away we put our sand. And we got it right this time?
Yes.
Yes. Alright, the one thing I do need, I think by looking at your nails, will be nail polish remover.
Yeah.
And I love that. Addictive. Alright.
Just a little bit.
It's funny, isn't it? Alright, now. So your client comes in. Any two nails you want in particular? Those two.
Maybe like second and third.
Alright. I'm going to just make sure that we remove all the nail polish remover. Nail polish.
What were you getting forced there?
Pardon?
No.
No, just two. Damn it.
Now, I'm going to teach you French tips, but I don't have one box in my shop.
No.
I don't use them.
Why? You sculpture them,
because I use white acrylic. So, I think white French tips look fake. So, we do it with white acrylic. So,
White powder.
So will
that's
we
white
learn
powder.
that way as well?
Absolutely.
Are we going to learn that too?
Absolutely. There will be nothing you will not learn.
Yay!
Okay, but I need to show you this because it is a preference and I have seen people do use it out there. So, okay.
Generally when they want to get it over and done with really quickly.
How do you, in your manicure, do you just put it on from the bottle or do you use a cotton tip? How do you been taught? Tell me.
I think we've just like sort of...
Drop it on?
Yeah, from the bottle we'll just do a dot.
Okay. Alright.
Cynthia, I can't see.
Alright, come in closer, yeah.
Sorry guys. It's okay. You can't see?
Yeah,
Bad eyes?
I know. If you have to
Maybe if you
change,
sit on that.
I don't want to break Kenny's phone.
It's okay, just kick it out of your way.
Sure.
Maybe I've got to move this up.
Yeah.
So what am I doing first in preparation?
I'm sorry, better.
Alright, now why do I remove it?
To avoid the thing. Because acrylic doesn't stick to skin.
It also elongates the nail plate, so it gives us a lot more surface to work on. Not hurting?
No. I trust you.
Good.
I felt better hit that hand than this hand. I damaged my epinicium on Saturday.
Ouch. How'd you do that?
My finger got stuck in the bottom drawer of the case.
Ow!
The bottom
How
drawer
much
flung
do you
open
have-
again in
sorry.
the middle of the street, and so I've loaded everything up, dragged it onto the pavement, and as I'm stuffing everything in, the drawers slipped just as I've got my hand right in there, and it caught my
Ouch.
finger.
Okay, can anybody see the high amount of true cuticle there is? Did you have a manicure on Saturday?
Yes.
Okay, well this wasn't removed. Thank you.
Oh,
This
sorry
was not
about that. That was
removed
mine.
enough. Can
I
everybody
know.
see? True cuticle. Okay, that cuticle there hasn't been removed properly.
That was me because I wasn't pushing too hard because I didn't know how
Okay,
hard
well
it's
what
hard
you've
enough.
got to do is you've got to remove that true cuticle. It's completely stuck on to Katie's nail plate. Now what happens is if you don't remove it, then it's actually slowing the growth of the nail down.
Because you can't get oxygen through.
No, it's what happens is it is so strong, that dead skin. What happens is it's so attached to it, so it comes out of your epinicium and sticks straight onto your nail plate, and it holds it there, so it's stopping it from moving.
further. Okay, cool.
So, yeah, just removing
So
it.
just really
Was that your
get in.
first manicure
Yeah.
you ever did? Oh, well, there you go.
I
So
think you did really well for
you
a
would
start.
have done fantastic.
Thanks, guys.
So,
Feeling the love in this room. I feel like my tires have been pumped up.
all right.
Is that why the nail grows so slow as well?
Yeah, a lot of people who have a lot of true cuticle. I have a lot on my toes, so my toenails have heaps, and I've always had it. So they grow a lot slower than other people. So, like, the preparation work that you put into doing nails prior to doing anything else is more important than anything. So, and when you've got a beautiful...
poorly prepped nails and it'll still look like crap no matter how good the art is.
That's it. Doesn't matter what you do. Preparation is so important. Okay. Now you've got a great nail for me to be able to show this on.
Oh, good.
So, all right, now.
I'm not used to hearing that. Normally it's like, can you get your fingers out of your mouth? Stop biting.
All right, now I need, not Bond-Aid. I might use some of this, so I get a bit confused with all these new products. All right, so this is more for sanitizing your files as well.
Yeah.
But after you've removed that true cuticle or cuticle, you can get rid of it by using some of the NS99. It's not stinging?
No.
No? Okay. Remembering all the time to check with your client. Does it hurt? I spend my whole day saying that.
Did I
Does
cut
it hurt?
you?
Yeah. Is anything hurting? Now we shape first. So
There's not a lot there to shape.
that's okay. No, there's not. But it's still. I'm very proud of you because when you first came in
Had
to
nothing.
the first week, you had nothing. So it's really good. Let's make sure. Okay. Now, do I go like that now?
Yeah.
No.
One
side.
One side. Now, what am I removing?
The shine.
Shine. Okay. Okay. Now, the reason why we're going to use clear powder is because you can use pink, but you won't get as white a white look. So I have pink and white, so my white's dulled down a bit.
So what you're saying is the difference between what you've got on your hands versus what we're about to put on?
Very
We're using
different, yeah.
we're using a white tip, whereas Susie's nail is done with pink
White
and white and acrylic.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Alright, so freeform.
Alright, no, they're my nails.
Oh,
so
okay,
what
cool.
you're
Alright,
doing, an
so
overlay.
an overlay,
Okay,
alright.
so what you're actually been doing tonight is an overlay on natural nails.
Mhm.
So my nails are natural and they've got white and pink acrylic. So it has,
cool.
I have no tips, I very rarely break nails. Okay, now,
But because your nails are so healthy, like you don't need to put a tip on.
I've had acrylic on my nails for 30 years, or gel, whatever it is, and my nails are perfect. So it's how they're done.
So all that talk about, acrylic or gel nails
It doesn't
ruin my
if they're
nails
done
is-
properly.
Yeah. So they ruined mine because whenever I went, they'd use a drill on them.
Yeah,
It took
that's
6
it.
months for it to heal.
Okay, now, this is a French tip. Now, it's going to be really hard to size your nails, but we will get them.
Everybody says that.
'Cause I have a feeling I'm the same. Because I was
Let me see a nail plate.
playing with mine and then...
Oh, no, you got a beautiful nail
Okay, cool,
plate.
alright. Couldn't size
Okay,
myself
now-
before.
What was that size? 8.
Little.
Okay, so you're really tiny. So this one here,
Oh, that's a good
way too big.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
Alright,
Yeah.
now what I'm going to
Very
do
close.
here is I'm going to take off the point.
Because they're just like
I
can't do
off
mine
the
close.
side.
I can't do that. No.
What I'm going to do is I might get, after you girls have seen me do this one, then the girls at the back can come forward, the others can go to the back,
swap
and then
places,
we'll
so-
swap places, okay? So everybody gets a turn. Okay, I still need to take off the corners because you don't want them going right into Katie's
Break it.
nail. Now, unlike what you would do with a natural tip, with a French tip, do not buff the top of it. As soon as you do, you take away that perfect smile line.
And
Okay.
the white.
Yeah, which is the whole point of a French tip.
So, there you go. You need to make sure it's covering that free edge. Now, has anybody noticed anything about a French tip that is different to...
They have no well.
No well, okay? Because where you position it is up to the nail plate itself, okay? So, there you go. Using our pin set.
They seem to be like a thicker kind of plastic.
I've missed something.
Bondex and Bond-Aid.
Bond-Aid first. Oh, no, not Bondex yet.
No.
Okay, so what does that do?
Balances pH.
Okay, so it takes away dust, bacteria, make sure that the surface is right back to where it's supposed to be. Ready, the pH is balanced, ready for the nail to be glued on. So you have to be careful not to put too much and not to put too little. So make sure you get right into each corner. Now, Helen, you watching?
Yes,
Watch
I am.
me. Okay. Now, a lot of you are making the same mistakes. You need to relax when you put your tips on. You're putting all this pressure
Can't see? No.
on yourselves, okay? Don't lift your elbow up. That's the first thing. As soon as you lift your elbow up, you lift the tip off the free edge, okay?
And then you'll get a bubble.
No, the tip will not be stuck to the natural nail at all underneath. So what happens is you've got your free edge, and then the tip, you look at it side and go, that looks really funny.
Yeah,
and
it
the
looks
tip's
like
sitting up. Has everybody had sitting up
I
tips?
think so.
Yeah, it's from it not. So turn your nail around and have a look. That should be flush.
Yeah, I can't see.
All right, now Katie has very hard nails to do.
Always good for
Okay,
showing.
but you're not telling your clients this at any time, okay?
Are you kidding me? Every time I go into nail bar, your nail's so small.
Your nails are very, yeah.
I can't fit a
Very
tip on your
hard
nail.
to get. Now, remembering that I would never do one of these in my salon.
Yeah.
So I do them always in class because everyone needs to see. I think they're very common out there. Now, what happens with a French tip, this is to me, I believe that you've got to put it to there, right? When you do nails with French white acrylic, like I do, you can proportion the white to where you want it. With a white tip, it's all white. It's good, gives you so much white. You're going to have huge white.
Yeah.
If I was doing it myself, I would do all of that section clear and then I'd put a tiny bit of white so that your nail plate would look longer. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It gives
so-
you the appearance of having a longer nail. But
Yeah,
rather
see,
than
I always
having-
tend to think a French nail, French tip, looks extremely fake, plastic, and wow, where did you go to get your nails done? So,
Trollops are us.
and if anybody comes in to work for me, they go, have you got white tips? I go, no. I don't.
We don't do that here.
So to me,
We're not
it's
that
an
kind of
art.
place.
So it's an art, but you'll find there's places that do have them and they really like them. So
What's
Okay.
yours, miss?
mine, French acrylic. So the white is white powder that I've,
Oh,
Yeah. okay?
white powder.
There's no tip. I've created it myself.
But did you have to use a sculpture
That's
for that?
very-
or-
No, you do
Tricky.
it freehand. I'll be teaching you how to do it freehand and you'll all be perfect at it by the time this course is finished.
No pressure.
No. Okay, so do you want square, round? What do you want? In the middle? Would you like
in the
squoval?
middle. Yes.
Okay, so a squoval shape is square
On the edges and then
and
round
the
across
edges
the top.
rounded. Now you always do a rough shape anyway to begin with. Making sure that the sides are alright. And use our little fluffy brushy thing. I love it. The Fluffy by OPI.
Greatest invention of all time.
I love it.
Do you have those in your salon?
No, I don't.
No?
I'm going to get them though. I love them. Okay, now, then we're going to use our Bondex if we're doing a natural nail. Okay, now we use this very, very sparingly. And it smells.
When do you put the Bondi?
On the
Now.
natural nail only.
Oh, before, after the gluing.
Yeah, because it's a natural nail. You'll come and have a look at the next nail in a minute. Okay, and wait for that to dry and make sure there's no dust.
So we're gonna put on the top like acrylic or gel.
Yes. So, I mean, look, gel with the French tip, sometimes it works. I don't, tend to do it as much, but come on, dry. Because as soon as I put that on, you've got this really red spot.
Is that bad?
I don't know. I can't figure out what it is. See it?
I can see it. What is it?
I
It's a
know.
really
It
red
only showed
spot.
up when you put the tip on.
Yeah, so that means that maybe the tip's pulled in and it's a lot of pressure.
It doesn't feel painful.
Yeah, good. I like pain.
No, neither do I.
What's going on?
Especially
Why
when
isn't
it's
it
me.
drying?
You can tell it's wet.
Yeah, it's not really that wet. Alright, well. It should be chalky. Who did I do last week? Alice. Did it come chalky looking?
No.
It didn't, did it?
Maybe
Alright,
it's just the
clear.
product.
Yeah, could be. Okay, let's do our beads on tiny nails like Katie's. You need to
Not use so much.
not so much. Okay, this is clear acrylic. Now the reason why we use clear is we don't want to dull the white. Pushing it over and gliding it. Next bead, what zone's that?
The
But I'm
stress areas.
Which is zone what?
2.
Two. Make sure you go right to the edges of a French tip. And then a smaller bead for zone 3.
I've just remembered something I haven't got out. The curing resin.
That's all right, I'll grab it in a sec.
That's right, it's got black lid, doesn't it?
Okay.
That's a lot of white.
Yeah, see how much white? Look at mine. Can you see the difference?
Yeah.
On your nails.
Well, if they're still there next week when we start French white acrylic, then we can see the difference of how you make a nail.
Yeah.
So, but you've got to go through all the steps. So I need the
master
resin.
one bit at
Can
a
I
time.
get the curing resin, please?
If you wanna go
Out
through
of
my
Katie's
kit?
bag.
The bottle? I don't know. It's the little white bottle with the black lid. It'll either be up there or down the bottom.
Yeah, it's a lot of white, isn't it?
I like it.
That's the way it is. Yeah, lots of people do. Depends who likes it. Yeah, I like mine better. So.
Is that nail as well?
Oh, when do you come? What time is it? Do you work?
Yeah,
Oh, that's why. Okay. I'm thinking I know that voice. Alright. You're going to get to see another one now anyway. So I'll put the curing resin on and then I'm going to get the girls at the front to move to the back.
You can apply before actually dry.
Well, that's what it's for. It really
Oh, okay.
helps it to set and dry. Okay, so move around
Okay,
now.
yep.
So everybody who